last time, we traveled with the Harvester refugees towards Meadowfen. During that travel, you met Kara, a raptor from Ashboro, who was trying to come and get help for Ashboro, but realized help might not be coming that easily considering how much of the area was damaged. You also learned that about only one-third of the um, town of Ashboro or village of Ashboro was destroyed. You also encountered a group of Mapash and a hooded Vulpin who Taunok was able to chase away. And then you entered the town of Meadowfen, helped some folk there. You met with the village elder, a Gallus by the name of Ardwin. He couldn't get you a letter of introduction, but recommended you speak with the magistrate in Winnowing Reach to get that letter. He also mentioned that Hillcrest wasn't impacted, and he considers that very strange considering the large area that was hurt by the flames. He did mention there was a stone called the Ovamea, which might be helping protect that village, although he's still doubting that, considering the Ovamea should be in the Elder Heart and should be closely guarded, considering how powerful it is. You guys, once you left, again encountered the Mapash and the Vulpin, who seemed to be passing through. As you hailed them, you learned that the Vulpin is Lisa. You had a little bit of a scuffle, were able to catch Lisa, and you learned that Lisa seems to have rejoined the bandits again and is helping their leader Benna and the bandit coalition.
A little bit of a scuffle, she says, over the 3 corpses.
So yeah, we can start thereabouts, or if you are done with that area, we could also just meet back up in Meadowfen.
If I remember correctly, we got all the information we were gonna get out of the Vulpin, so returning to Meadowfen sounds like it would make sense.
Yep, you got a map, or took a map from her that had the location of the bandit camp that was marked on our map.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then go ahead.
oh well, I vote us.
Yes, Ivo does. Yep, as you re-enter the town, not much has changed, although things are kind of getting settled as it's going into the evening and nighttime time. Um, there is an, I guess, relatively new face, just pulling her cart through the town, like the center of the town. She is a creature that you don't see that often. They are Eleran or cat beings, as it were. You know that they do come to the woods from time to time to sell their ware or do trade, but they don't come that often.
What was the race again?
Eleran, I can type it.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Which is currently not a playable character, but apparently in Humblewood 2 will be. For now, she
Nice.
could be Tabaxi-ish.
So, what's the plan now?
Um, Winnowing Reach, I think, and maybe take a help a caravan on the way or something.
Well, maybe we can set off in the morning, but yes.
Tavanok kind of ruffles his feathers. I still don't really like all this bandit business, but certainly makes more sense than most anything to follow up on that.
Do we need to stock up for the journey? I know I definitely, Ivo too needs to get more supplies.
Yeah, that's certainly true.
You've been so generous helping by donating for meals on the way. So,
Well, I do know what it's like to go hungry, so it helps to try and make sure others don't.
Yeah, I could certainly use a stop by the smithy at the very least. Yeah, kind of thought it'd be okay without all the armor, but I'm not walking all the way back to Harvester for it.
Does seem like a very, very long walk.
A long walk, probably find nothing but a heap of scrap at this point.
mm. And maybe it would be prudent to put up a few missing posters for Penny.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I hope for the best, you know?
Well, it's probably best if you talk to Coriander about that.
You're gonna head off to Coriander?
So,
Sure.
Yeah, she is set up in the northeast end of town with her tent and things, and it's kind of going through her items again, trying to keep stock of everything, and then also uh, just keeping to herself mostly.
Coriander?
Yes.
Um, hey, this, I don't know if it'd be necessarily appropriate, since you were much closer to Penny than us, but how would you feel about putting up a missing poster?
And she kind of hums and like strokes her chin a little bit and is like, might not be a bad idea, although I have a feeling I do know where she's gone at this point.
Oh, by all means, enlighten us.
Yes, well, I picked her up, essentially, from her hut outside of Winnowing Reach. She was investigating magic there. I'm sure if, and she nods towards Volker, if you know locations where magic might be more prevalent, you might be able to find her hut relatively easily, actually. The only reason why I think she might have headed there is because she was investigating the fires that appeared. Why she didn't feel the need to reach towards us before she left, that I will not know, but I hope she is there. Regardless, putting up posters may not be a bad idea. Just don't put them in Winnowing Reach.
Okay.
Wait, why don't we want to put him up in Winnowing Reach if she's from there?
Mm. Well, the things she does, her way with magic, it's considered dark to the magistrate.
Hmm.
You may hear her called a witch.
Which?
Well, far be it from me to judge however people are doing their trades, whatever. Fine. What do you say, Endo? little trip out to Winnowing Reach, see if we can find Penny.
Yep, that sounds good. I'm gonna show her my new trick. And he tries to flip the stick and he catches it.
Not half bad. Better keep working on it, though. You're a little shaky.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get better soon, though. I think because I've been training hard and I also found other sticks.
Thumbs up.
Well, before we go anywhere, I need to get myself a new fancy suit, so I'm settling that first. I don't know what the rest of y'all are doing.
Volker would give you, because I have 2 sets of leather armor and 3 short swords that I looted, that he would give to you to go and sell to the blacksmith or whatever.
Sure.
Because he doesn't know anything about any of that. He wouldn't be able to. If you got jewels or something, he'll be good for sales, but when it comes to weaponry, he's got no clue.
The smithy might like the swords. Leatherwork, we might have to find someplace else to sell it off, but I'm sure there's someone around either way.
Does anyone need rations before we go our separate ways?
Yes, if you could pick some up for me as well, I'll pay for it.
And anyone else?
I have somehow managed to survive off of your cooking, so no, I still have all of mine.
Same.
And no, did you want anything sweet?
Yes, I can have a sweet thing, right? And he looks up at Taunok.
Taunok kind of rolls his one eye and goes fishing around in his coin pouch for a second, grumbling. Produces a silver piece and gives it to Endo and says, "Yeah, pick yourself out something nice."
And he just runs.
Mabel, could you also pick up a few apples, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
I'll head off to the store to pick up some groceries.
Hey.
Did we get a long rest at any point from where
We have not.
Okay. I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure.
We have not even taken a short rest, I don't believe.
Volker, could I have a word in private, please?
Sure.
And lead Volker off somewhere. Well, I'm not a huge fan of what Lisa's doing. It is something you could technically make a profit off. And he'll hand him the map with the bandit camp location. I'm pretty sure if you hand that in or trade it in at Winnowing Reach, you could possibly get some coin.
Well, there's no objections to something like that. I'd be willing to do so.
I don't need anything from it. It's just I know you need coin for your research.
Well, I appreciate it. I will repay you somehow.
Well, you can repay me by, let's not mention how you're connected to me as well.
He does a little wink and kind of a little well, knowing nod, but he makes it very obvious because he's not very.
Yeah. The last thing we need is for the rest of them also thinking poorly of you.
Also, probably a good thing, sure.
But, yeah, I just wanted to give you this without the others hearing. So we can head back now if you're ready.
All right.
Head back to the group.
I mean, I imagine at this point we've kind of disbanded anyway, because Maybell and Endo were going shopping, and Tarnock was going shopping somewhere else.
True, but we'd probably have some place to meet up to get rest for the night.
Yeah, the local inn is pretty full at this point, but if you pay, they've got the room on the middle floor that the innkeepers usually use.
Yeah, I'll pay for that. I should get the rest of them in.
Nope. Just the golden night is fine, the servant at the desk says.
Yeah, he'll hand over the gold coin, hand it over to Volker, and Ivor will head out.
Oh, we can move on to Maybell and Endo in the shop. Is there anything in particular you wanted to spend on?
20 days worth of rations.
Okay. Yep, just pull that out of your gold.
Yep.
And the silver is fine for Endo.
Yep. See anything you like, Endo?
Mm-hmm. I found some. And he pokes at the taffy. I think this will be super sweet.
Not half as sweet as you, Endo.
I'm the sweetest.
You are.
And then Taunok and the smithy.
Oh, apples. How much would apples be?
We'll just say like,
I'll give a gold for a bushel.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. So yeah, Taunok and the smithy.
The smithy, once Tarnock found it, first of all, he tried to hawk the short swords.
Oh yeah, they would take it for how much is a short sword? Just half the price or 1 gold if that goes into silver.
So I'm looking right now for that.
It's always fun trying to figure out early game economics.
Short swords are worth 10 gold apiece to buy them. So,
Yeah, so 5.
Sell for 5 each for a total of 15. And then in terms of his armor and such, let's see. Got to see how much funds he has to work with. Not a ton. Let's see. Oof. He would. He would actually end up. He'd pick up shield and find a leather worker at that point.
Yep.
Try to sell off the leather armor, the 2 sets of leather armor from Volker, as well as the one that he took already,
Yep.
and buy a set of hide armor.
Ooh, hard hide armor is not one I have heard of before.
Hide armor is like the worst medium armor
Oh no.
But it is top sneaky.
because it's made of hide. Actually, yeah.
Wouldn't hide armor generally be made of like deer hide though, which is weird when we have deer people?
We're not thinking about those peculiarities.
Yeah,
Well,
and that's the best he can do. So sell off the 3 leather armors and the 3 short swords and buy a set of hide armor and a shield.
it's like the Disney thing where you have Pluto and Goofy that are both dogs, but like one of them's a dog person and the other one's like a dog.
Yeah.
Well,
They're
they
also
have
like talking
bug.
about farming and stuff in the book, and I'm just like,
Well,
what
they have
type of
like
animals are you collecting there?
well, they have like bug whisperers and
I
stuff.
always
So I
assumed
would
it was
just
like
say
big
it's
bugs.
worms.
Oh, big bugs are fun. I like the big bug idea.
Big bugs. So have like worms that you're making hide armor out of instead.
Yeah, so the hide armor is really more like chitin.
Yeah.
Right. There you go.
Earthworm
Yay.
Jim.
But yeah, that's about it. Would make those sales, those purchases, grumble his way through it, and once he had everything, make his way back to wherever everyone is meeting up, and just hand off the money from the sales to Volker, which, if I'm doing my math here correctly, would be a total of like 20 gold.
Okay.
Here, it's the best I could do.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Hmm. So, what do you think? And kind of rustles the new armor.
Kind of
And
raise my eyes. Is that made of bug?
Hey, I mean, I want metal as much as the next guy, but it's what they could do for what we had.
Well, it's lovely.
I like the shiny armor better.
Me too, kiddo. Me too. What do you have all through your whiskers?
Affy? And it is all over his fur around his
Did
mouth
you
and
get
his
any of
nose.
it inside of you?
Yep,
Are you sure? Because that looks like at least a silver's worth just all over your face and shirt.
at least half.
He's saving it for later.
Yep. And he licks.
Well, if we fatten him up too much, maybe he'll be worth the trouble of keeping around for extra rations.
You would not eat me.
I don't know, covered in sugar like that. You seem pretty tasty.
No.
Yeah. Nice new
Uh,
armor.
Thanks, it'll do.
And at this point, the Ellerin you had seen before walks into the inn, like slash tavern bar area and gets a drink and sits down and puts her feet up. Just kind of sighs.
That's a deep sigh.
Hmm?
That's a deep sigh. You doing okay?
Oh, yes, I'm doing very fine. I'm just, it is hard traveling with such a big cart, you know.
What do what do you do for a living?
Just, well, coming to the wood. It's a new prospect. I've been traveling around selling my wares. Ran into some bandits, lost some of my items. Trying to rebuild a little bit as I travel my way towards the Elder Heart, where I plan on putting my new store.
Very um funny story. My compatriots and I are heading towards Winnowing Reach. We could escort you there.
That sounds like a good idea. Let me see. I do still have some gold I could give if you protect me heading all the way over there.
Um, well, I'm Maybell. And we have some experience fighting bandits.
You all do seem like adventurers. My name is Eliza Pennygleam. Pleasure to meet you.
Eliza. What was that last one?
Pennygleam.
Pennygleam. Thank you.
Well, you'll find that protection's right in our middle name.
That is
So-
wonderful. I'd rather not lose more of my items from bandits at this point. Oh, and besides that 40 gold, if you all do a good job, get me all the way to Elder Heart, I could give you something from my cart, less than 50 gold each.
Certainly seems like a good deal to me.
Perfect.
We're heading that way anyway, right? What do you all say?
Yeah.
Do you happen to have any paper for sale?
Yes, I do. Luckily, it has not been that destroyed yet.
That seems like a good day. Good deal to me.
Perfect.
We have one more we gotta wait for to get see if they agree, but I imagine we'll go with ya. We're heading that way anyway. As long as we can stop off in Winnowing Reach for a bit.
Oh, that is fine. Wouldn't mind to attempt some restocking there.
Right then.
I'll go fill in Ivo. Ivo?
Ivo is not in the inn.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yes, at this present time, after he handed the key to the room to Volker, he is currently off by himself.
Anyone feel like going and consulting our tricksy little friend?
Endo's right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know which one I mean.
Yeah, I can try to find him.
Right. Well, in the meantime, let's try to get all that stuff off of you, kiddo.
Oh, no thanks. I'm gonna lick it clean later.
I mean, if you want to collect leaves and dirt on your way, suppose I won't stop you, but we'll see.
Don't worry, I'll keep my face up and then it won't get dirty.
That's not how. Fine, fine.
I don't have prestidigitation, so he's stuck with it.
Go around the inn, realize Ivo's not there, and I stick outside and start lightly calling out for Ivo.
He doesn't respond.
I like to use my eye holes to try to look for him.
Do a perception check. And you can stealth me. Yep, you are found.
I'll just kind of come sit next to him quietly.
Is there anything I can help you with, Mabel?
We get a client to escort.
That's good. I assume
going-
we're leaving tomorrow.
Oh. Yeah. Are you worried about Lisa?
I think I'll always be worried about her now, but I can't force her to not do what she's doing.
Well, it seems like we are going roughly the same way. Good chance we'll run into her again.
I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I know if it was up to Towner, that would probably be a bad thing.
Well, when times get difficult, I have faith that Lord Karis will take care of me. But it's where it seems that you're so capable. Lisa might be too, yeah?
Well, she's only continuing the life that I left. So, yeah.
May sound really rude, but I think you should have faith in your sister.
It's not that I don't have faith in Lisa. It's more of a case of if she's serious about what she says and what this leader of the coalition stands for, that's good. But it doesn't always work out like that. Things aren't always as nice and as clear cut as we'd like them to be. But I'm sorry, I don't wish to be rude, Maybell.
Oh,
But
no, sorry. I
I'd
didn't mean to.
I'd like to be alone for tonight, please.
Sure. We'll take off in the morning. I'll find you here.
I'll meet you at the tavern.
Okay. Rest well.
Yeah.
Back at the end, Endo would have been trying to spar with the air with his newfound stick.
Taunok would probably just watch this process more than anything.
Mm.
Engage only as Endo initiates.
Yeah, he would do that parrying or attempting to parry whacking him lightly with the stick here and there as he like jumps around a little bit.
Maybell and Ivo are taking their sweet time.
Volker's like sitting at the table, like he's got his like, you know, like when little kids are like trying not to fall asleep and their head just keeps dropping. Like that's what Volker's kind of doing. Oh, yeah, they're the. What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What?
I said that Maybell and Ivo are taking their sweet time.
Oh, what time is it?
It's after my bedtime.
Oh, mine too.
That it is, little one. Best
Mhm.
hang up your stick for the night. We got a lot of walking tomorrow.
Oh, Eliza, can I ride in your cart? And she looks down at him, surprised. Well, I suppose you could.
You could ride on Montgomery if you'd like.
Oh, that's even better. I like Montgomery.
He smells bad, but he's all right.
Forgot about your assistant.
Because the way I imagine, like I have a cart as well as part of being a merchant, but I don't imagine it's a particularly like travel friendly cart. It's probably more like one of the like taller than it is long, so it really wouldn't have like. Because I imagine it just kind of almost like a big like shelving unit that he's got all like that he would put jewelers things in, as opposed to like a big long cart that you would like carry like goods in. But you could ride on the back of his donkey.
Well, either way, walking or not, you need to sleep.
I'm not tired, but I guess I could try.
You best try. Come on, give me the stick. They'll be there in the morning.
Promise?
Promise.
Okay. And he gives you the 3 sticks he has now.
Townok just takes them and sets them someplace reasonably out of the way. Better kindling than this anyway.
And yeah, Endo would head to bed, make his pillow a bit sticky. Eliza would meet you all at the inn the next morning. She just has a tent set up by her cart.
Well, we all ready?
Well, I suppose so.
Where were you last night, anyway?
Oh, me? um, I was enticed by the mushroom people.
Not even gonna try to unpack that one.
What's a mushroom person?
They're like people, but they talk in spores.
I don't get it.
It's okay.
Me either, kid. Anyone wake Volker up?
Tap, 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 tap. As he goes upstairs. Volker.
He would open up the door. He's awake, but you can see that he's kind of still a little groggy. Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Well,
Come on. Also, before I went to sleep, I would like to cast Goodberry.
Hey.
I have 20 berries for the morning.
Yep. And Eliza would pull her cart up to the tavern. You see, she's struggling a bit, not enough to cause like her injury, but enough that it will slow your movement. Well, thank you so much for escorting me.
You don't have a pack mule, anything like that? One of those big crickets?
I know, unfortunately, I passed away when I was attacked by bandits.
How far you been lugging that whole contraption?
Since it's that way. West Road. It's been a bit.
Taunok just kind of grumbles and goes over and takes the handles of the cart.
Yeah, make a strength check. See how well you do. You're struggling like her.
Jeez, what do you have in this thing? Rocks?
Oh no, but I have some weapons, some armor, other grocery items.
Mind if I give it a crack?
Steel, even lighter. Oh joy. Ugh. Whew. I mean, go ahead if you want, Maybell.
Yep, she's got no problem.
But, right.
It's lighter than my cooking pot.
It's too early for this.
Doe excitedly hops on Montgomery.
Well, better for standing guard anyway. Besides, it'd slow us down if we were just pulling it at that rate.
Yes, moving has been relatively slow since I lost my my animal.
Hmm. Well, we can take it in shifts, I suppose. Saves us trouble with any more bandits.
Ready to head out?
I think so.
As will ever be.
Cool. So you all leave the village of Meadowfen, heading east towards Winnowing Reach. As you make your way down the road, the left side changes considerably. A lot more burnt down stumps as you keep making your way towards Winnowing Reach. So it seems like the flames not only this area, but at some point this area was also affected, which seems to be relatively new. But not, I guess, since you've been around the Meadowfen area.
I was going to say newer than when we traveled through here to get to Harvester in the first place.
Yeah.
I don't like the looks of that.
Taunok just kind of rattles his armor a little bit, and gets his shield on, and
Me either.
And as you see this landscape stretch for miles and miles, you do see overhead clouds of ember bats flying. So these are also kind of new to the area, you would say. You haven't seen flaming creatures here before.
Oh, I really don't like that.
strikes me that this makes Hillcrest's current condition even more unusual.
I don't know how well it would work, but I took create and destroy water today.
Well, that might be good if we run into fire.
They run into us.
Is that the same thing you used when we were in Harvester?
Yeah, to make the rain cloud.
Seems like it might be better off as a when things are happening, or maybe after. No point in ruining all these perfectly good wares that we have to lug around either way.
I wasn't planning on it now.
Well, good then.
Yes, I very much doubt that Maybell was intending to flood the cart she's currently pushing.
Yeah, well, good.
Go if you bag bottom left pouch. Your some of your apples.
Oh, thank you. What do I owe you for the rations and apples?
You don't worry about it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Very well. Endo.
Yeah.
When I say I want you to throw this apple as high as you can.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, when I say.
Okay.
When I say.
Okay.
So, Ivo will just pull out his dagger to start holding for a second and give Endo the signal to throw it in the air.
Endo throws. Endo doesn't throw it high. He rolled a 1.
Ah. Need the hand there, Endo?
Nope. I can get it this time. I can get it. Just a sec. Okay. Tell me again.
Okay, I'm getting ready and throw.
He rolled a 2.
It's better.
It's technically twice as good.
Yep. It's goes from like in front of his face to a little over his head now. Oh, I can do better. Just one more time.
Just one more time.
Taunok is keeping a close eye on whatever the heck this is going to be.
Now, are you ready?
Yeah.
So holding, and throw.
Oh, he crit. So he throws it pretty high this time.
So as Endo's got his eyes on the apple, Ivo would have been holding his action for the apple to actually go in the air and not above Endo's head.
Yep.
And there's no attempt to throw the dagger through the apple.
Yeah, make an attack roll.
And luckily, because Ivo is patient, when he is like holding his action, he can do it with advantage.
Yep. You hit the apple straight in the center, and it spins in the air and falls to the ground. You can hear Endo just gasp.
And that's what happens with hand-eye coordination.
I want to do that too.
Let's just stick with juggling sticks until you're very good at that.
Oh, I've gotten better. Where's my sticks? Taunok, where's my sticks?
Yeah, I got him.
Taunok will remove them from his pack as best he can, while still keeping an eye on the surroundings. Hand him over.
He throws a stick and he misses it.
Well, how about for now we keep practicing that, and he'll pick up the apple with the dagger in it, split it in half, and give Endo half.
He happily takes it and starts munching. And Taunok and whoever else is looking out can make a perception check. Yep, Volker and Taunok, you notice that 2 of the swarms of ender bats have probably caught they notice the apple being thrown up and down on the sticks and various things and have come closer and seem kind of hostile. So I'm gonna
Ivo,
move.
you might want to stow that.
I like how even though this is Tarnok's responsibility, Endo's probably going to end up a rogue.
Yay.
I'll buy him a spell book.
An arcane trickster.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah.
Taunok would actively not train him to be a fighter because that shit's dangerous. He's gotten stabbed more than anyone here already.
Okay, Maybell first.
Miss Pettingly, you should stand back, and I'm gonna take out my light crossbow and move ahead. And I'm gonna shoot for, I assume it's a swarm?
Yep, swarm of fire bats. So each of them have a cluster of various ones.
Oh, yeah, I'll just try to shoot into it.
And you miss. So the fire bats or ember bats are able to kind of fly around the arrow. Or bolt, yes.
That didn't work very well, did it? I'm gonna step back. And I think that's my turn.
Volker?
Ray of Frost. Seems appropriate. One closest to us.
Yep, you definitely hit.
Don't you just hate to see it?
Damage.
Critical hit, 4 damage.
Yeah.
Yep. You totally freeze a couple of the bats in the swarm and they fall to the ground dead.
And then I'll just go ahead and duck behind this little wall here.
Ivo?
Ivo will draw his bow and start heading around the back of the wall and just suddenly stop in an attempt to hide by obscuring himself from the bats.
Oh, do a stealth check. You seem pretty hidden.
Well, luckily, as a level 1 rogue, I can only hide or shoot. So I'm hiding.
Oh yeah, I forget you don't get cunning action until level 2. That's
Yeah.
sad.
Mm.
Yeah. I... This swarm of bats use their action to dash all the way over to their closest target, Maybell.
Wow.
And same with these guys. Town.
Townok's gonna see the swarm rushing him. Just nope, that's not good, not good, and just swipe out. He's not going to try to slash at them with his talons, but he's just going to make an unarmed strike.
Go ahead. That hits. So you strike down a couple of the bats
Yeah,
in the
just
swarm.
flailing into the swarm. And let me double check something. Yep, and that's his turn.
Okay, Maybell.
I would like to use my interact to stow my crossbow and my action to take out my mace. And I think I'm gonna stay right where I am.
If you wanted to make it speedier, you could just drop your crossbow. I would allow you to pull out your mace and attack at the same time.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, so I'll just drop it and then pull out my mace as my interact's done and swing to hit. This one, top one.
Okay. And you just hit. So you knock down a few more of the bats, and you can just hear them screeching as they're getting angrier.
Oh no.
Volker.
The one that is in front of Talnok, I will attempt to Ray of Frost. A non-crit for the same amount of damage.
Yep, you freeze a couple more.
I can't believe you effectively just crit twice in a row.
Right.
Level 1 problems.
Mm-hmm.
Ivo.
So, with his stutter step, he'll now start moving again and take a shot at the one in front of Maybell.
Yep.
I'm guessing a 7 misses.
I would give you advantage because you were hidden.
Oh,
So
cool.
it hits.
So including sneak attack, that is 11 piercing.
Perfect.
Move a bit missile, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And that is me.
Cool. So this swarm of bats that you just attacked, now there's only like 3 or 4 left in the swarm, so they're going to disengage and fly away. And this group of bats still feel pretty happy with themselves, so they're going to do a bite attack against Tauna. For 9, I assume that doesn't hit.
Correct.
Oh, fine out, Tauna.
Try to chew on me, will ya? And he's just going to take another big clobber and swipe at him.
And that hits.
And this time, Taunok's going to have a bit of a brain, and he's going to use his movement to swing all the way around to the other side. And that's his turn.
Maybell.
Looking at the one right in front of me.
That just hits. So, like before, there's only a few bats left in this particular swarm. Volker.
Trying again.
Yep. You just hit. You just freeze one of the bats. I vote.
Just need to roll a 1d2. Okay, he will continue with his short bow and aim at the bats that are fleeing.
Okay. That hits, and this particular group of bats is no more.
I'll take 2 steps back and just train his bow at the next group.
And this swarm of bats, again, there's only a few of them left, so they're going to use their action to disengage and start flying away. Tauna?
Are they flying upwards as well?
Yeah. So that would be, so let's say 40 in the air.
Okay. Yeah, so Taunok watches them fly away and just shakes a talon at them and just friggin' nuisances. But that's his whole turn because he ain't got nothing he can do.
Maybell?
Hmm. I'm gonna try to swing at him.
They're like 40 feet up.
Oh,
Yeah.
are they? Oh, never mind then. I guess then I will instead put my mace away and pick up my crossbow. And then move to be a pain in the butt. And then that's it.
Volker?
All right. Magic missiles. This one. Why is there? Oh my god.
No worries, that is enough. The last remaining bats are hit by the magic missile and they fall to the ground.
Don't you have like 3 more of them?
I do.
Throw off a couple of extra ones, have them just fly in the air.
Man.
You rolled so well during this combat. You never missed. But
Hey, you're nothing if not consistent.
That's true.
Hey. It's a good thing.
Yeah, and Eliza comes over and she's like, "Well, I'm very happy I hired you all."
I love her token.
She's cute.
Very.
Yeah, well, you better be. Now, we best get moving before those things decide to come back with friends.
Yes, there were many up there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
As I stand and just kind of eyeball these, are they technically food?
Yeah, I'd say you can eat bats. They
Um,
still have bodies. The only non-edible thing, I guess, is like their noses come up at a flame, which I guess would be out at this point.
Yeah, I think this is more of a case of you seeing a part of Ivo from his past where, oh, a wild animal, that's food now.
Start stuffing some bats in my bag. Just enough to make a meal.
They actually do quite well over a fire, believe it or not.
I was actually just thinking that.
We used to hunt some of these when I used to live in Ashbarrow.
Oh?
Oh, yeah, when you don't really have much, you make do with whatever you can scavenge.
Mm. With this revelation, I'm taking all of the bats.
Yep, you're able to find and collect bat bodies for dinner tonight.
Kamui!
Taunok just grimaces at the concept and then
Yeah, Volker would kind of agree with it. Like, would lean over to Tony, like, they're just rats with wings.
Yeah, it's a good way to catch something, if you ask me.
Thankfully.
Hey, Endo, if we season these just correctly, they'll taste like chicken.
Oh, that sounds good. I've never had chicken before, though. Have I had chicken before, Taunok?
I don't think so, kiddo.
Well, apparently everything tastes like chicken, so...
Yeah, but chicken
Yeah.
have birds and
I've heard that
birds.
too.
No.
Yeah.
I think you're braver than those two.
Mm-hmm. I am. I can eat the chicken.
Who can eat the bat, too?
I can eat a bat, too.
You're a brave boy.
I am very brave. I'm gonna throw a stick.
Oh, you can throw sticks all you want. You're not having that bat. Last thing I need is to have to abandon this cart here to bring you back because you're sick.
I'm not gonna get sick. And he catches the stick. See? I'm doing real good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you haven't eaten any bats.
Nope, because he's practiced.
I've practiced real well. I throw it again, and I catch it again.
I just have the idea in my head. It's like after he succeeds a certain amount of time, Terra just gives him like a +1 to this roll, or a +2.
Yep, I've actually made him proficient.
in stick throwing.
Yep, he is. He was not proficient in stick throwing, and now he is.
Well, now I'm going to have to teach him how to juggle knives.
Yep, I'll remove the proficiency for that.
Well, come on, let's get out of here before any of their friends decide to come over and investigate.
Yeah, so at this point, you're probably like a third of the way to Winnowing Reach. You do still see bats swarms in the northern part of the road when you look. But at this point in time, none of them seem to be heading towards you.
If I were you, I'd hang on to those sticks until we're well into the woods. You too, Ivo.
Oh, don't you like the little party tricks?
Oh, I like them fine. Like them better when they don't get us attacked by fire with wings.
Well, it just adds to the entertainment, doesn't it, Endo?
Yep.
Lord Gareth provides.
And by the evening/nighttime, you've gotten to about there. So you can push through the night to get to Winnowing Reach, or you can stop for the night.
How's the situation on the road? Still visible bats?
Yeah. In like this area.
Mm,
They've definitely come down further south from the Scorch Grove more so than usual.
It's not good.
I'm not sure I like stopping on the road here.
To agree, but Miss Penny Gleam,
Yes.
what do you say? You're the one leading here.
Oh, I wouldn't call myself a leader. I mean, if you think you can get us, allow us to rest safely, I would not mind. But if you think pushing through would be better, then I'd say push through.
Well, we could maybe head a little south towards the mock fields. Not too far, but that should get us out of the main eye of the firebats.
It's an option. I'm not sure I like our odds with whatever's living down there either.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm with Down Knock on this one. Client first.
Well, if that's what you two want to do, that's fine.
Hmm. Endo, you think you can catch a little shut eye on the card if we keep walking?
Yep. I can even do it on Montgomery.
I don't think you can. I think he's too stinky.
Just have to hold my nose.
You can try.
All right. We push through then.
Yep. Eliza would nod. And pushing through, you should get to Winnowing Reach just after midnight, I would say. And nothing else happened while on the road.
Yay!
Yay!
Well, that was exhausting.
Yes, I have not traveled through the night in a while, but we are here.
Ooh, this is an interesting map.
Right?
It is the town. Can even throw you guys on here to let you move yourselves around.
Strange, yet wonderful.
Hey. So yeah, as I described last week, it's a relatively new place. You can tell that it's kind of developed on and expanded. At the moment, the town is pretty quiet. Most people are asleep. But in walking around, you do notice a couple of perch guard that give you a look. So these are soldiers of Alderheart, a couple Gallus, a couple Strig, a couple of the other raptors as well.
I think Ivo will probably just have his head a little lower, as to not completely show his face.
Taunok will pretty openly just like glare over at the various guards and just, Maybell Volker, I think you two are up here.
Okay.
Let me know if we need to crack any heads.
Mabel just gives a smile and a small wave.
Yeah, one of the raptors would come up to you. Looks like a peregrine falcon, we say, and it's just like, so you all new to town, traveling in?
Lots of uncomfortable fire bats on the road.
We have heard of increasing fire creature activity. Well, the Wrangler's Rest might have a bed still available if you want to go check there.
Yes, please.
That is number 7. So the Wrangler's Rest is here. The inn is atop a tree. So this is more typical to what you would find in a birdfolk place.
Oh, good. There's stairs.
Taunok just kind of eyes the tree up and down, and
So who's staying with the cart?
Oh, I can stay. That is fine. Used to staying by my cot.
I don't mind if you wish to get some rest.
No. Won't pay to have you skinny little folks out there doing it. I'll stay down here.
Oop.
Someone make sure Endo gets like a proper room. Try not to wake him up.
Don't worry, I will sleep really good. And you can tell he's like nodding off and tired.
Taunok just kind of goes over and prods him in the nose with a talon. She's like,
You're supposed to already be sleeping, short stuff.
I
Come on.
and Taunok kind of scoops him up and carries him over to like Maybell, and it's like,
Here you go.
You don't want to tuck them in yourself?
Nope, someone's got to stay with the cart.
Okay. Come on,
Good
dear.
night, Taunok.
Good night. Sleep well. Don't fall out of the tree.
Don't worry, the tree goes inside.
Mm.
Well, you should worry about falling through the tree.
Yeah.
The floor has spaces?
No, don't listen to them. Come up, dear. Come on, I carry you.
Yep, and he will climb up to get into the inn.
Yeah, Ivo will start heading in.
See. Ah, here's our.
I just kind of threw you all in there.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the card, I'll just put it where it is on the map. So the cart's in the middle of number 4.
Gotcha.
And yeah, taking up Taunok on his word, Eliza will also go into the inn for sleeping.
Look for the innkeeper. Is there someone at a desk or a chair?
Yeah, you see sitting at the desk, there is a, let's say a luma, so small pigeon sitting there. She's kind of sitting at the desk and nodding off.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Well, welcome to the Wrangler's Rest.
Thank you for having us. we've just got into town. Is there any way we could get a couple of rooms?
Oh, yes. Yes, we do have some rooms available. We have, two. Is it okay if you share?
Yeah.
Yep, ladies in one room, gents in another.
Perfect. It'll be 2 gold per room for the night.
Okay, I'll sort that out.
Thank you. We do serve breakfast in the morning, so you can come down for that. It is within the charge.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, don't worry. I like to include things like that. The people we usually get here are students, although it does not seem like you all are, except maybe you. You seem the type. And she's smiling at Volker.
He can't blush because he's a black bird, but he kind of like is a little bashful and kind of like looks down at his feet like, oh well, I'm sort of a student, not active, but in the past I've been a student.
Hmm. Yes, I could pick you out from this group pretty easy.
He goes back to
Well,
looking at his feet.
well, the rooms are above us. And she kind of gestures towards a ladder that leads to the second floor up on the tree building.
Uh,
It might be a bit tight for you when she's looking at Mabel.
Never been this high before.
I'll take Endo so you don't have to worry.
Oh, thank you.
Come on, Endo, on my back,
Okay. Endo climbs up.
and we'll start climbing up, and I'll take him to a room.
I'm gonna kind of look at the window from here and see how far down it is.
Yep, it's pretty far down. Average, like a. If you think of like a tall willow tree, that's about how high it is.
Oh, I have never been this high in my life. Cool. Okay. I will uneasily start climbing the ladder.
Yep, and the inn and ladder all seem pretty sturdy.
Okay. Oh, thank you for carrying him, Ivo.
Oh, it's fine. He's light enough, and considering you two will be having a room of your own, you can sleep in ours.
Question. For both of you, as I wait for Volker to come up.
Sure.
Bird folk deal with the height.
I think it's just naturally a part of us.
Well,
Volker would
for
just kinda
you
shrug,
being
like-
this high.
This isn't really that high, all things considered.
Yeah, I've spent most of my life on the ground and only been in trees a few times, but it still feels normal for me.
First time I've ever been off the ground, really. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go be brave.
Well,
Well,
if this freaks you out now, just wait till tomorrow morning. Isn't that right, Endo?
Where are we going tomorrow?
We're gonna jump off the tree.
Okay, that sounds fun. I saw water in the town. Can we jump off of the tree into the water?
We can certainly try.
Okay. Don't tell Tauna. He won't let me.
We'll keep it our little secret.
Edie, I'm gonna have to say no.
It's okay, shush. I got Ivo's permission.
We just don't tell Maybell either. Best not tell Volker while we're at it.
Hey, one of us needs to be the bad influence.
Endo, sweetie. No, I wouldn't tell you no if I didn't think there was a good chance that you would get hurt, right?
Maybe.
Are you telling me you don't wish to see Endo fly to the water?
I can get my wings on.
You certainly can, and you can help me fly there.
Have you tested his wings?
Nope.
Then no.
Yes, I tested them,
You just told me you didn't.
but I did, so it's fine.
No.
If you don't trust Endo, surely you can trust me.
Yep.
Mm. I squint my eyes at him. Have you tested his wings?
Yep.
I've not tested his wings, but I've tested my wings.
I
That
want
counts.
safety before I agree to him flying willy-nilly.
He's going to be on my back.
Can you support that weight?
I'm small.
That's not the
That-
point, sweetie.
That's a good point.
Don't worry, I won't let him fall
Even if
off.
he bounces and squiggles,
I'll be very still.
you
Volker's
are a
pretty
very
brave.
brave boy. But what if something happens?
Yeah, that's basically what I was thinking. I was just going to go to the top, put him on the back and glide.
You can fly if you get a safety harness.
Okay, we'll tie ropes around and then I'll stick real close to Ivo.
If you get a safety harness.
Yep, we will definitely sort that out, won't we, Endo, in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
Bye,
I'd like to
Maybell.
be
I know
there for it.
he'll just...
My only concern is if Endo counts as encumberment.
Ivo's just going to run off with Endo.
Bye, good night.
I'm gonna go check Endo in. I'm gonna sit there with him until he falls asleep, and then I'm gonna go downstairs to the cart. Fuck.
Taunok, having you guys been away for a bit, has probably leaned against the cart, settled down on the ground, still in his armor, shield next to him, just kind of huddled up next to it.
Taunok, are you awake?
I
Okay.
am now.
I'm sorry, but this is important. Ivo's trying to get Endo to fly on him.
He what?
What a snitch!
Immediately.
I personally don't think it's safe.
It's not safe. Taunok is like on his feet and like looking around and marching over towards the end. Gets there and kind of, you go get Ivo and get him down here.
Ears kind of flick. Like, I kind of thought you were going up.
I don't know what room they're in. You were with them. Go get him.
Okay.
Sir, can you keep it down, please?
I'll keep it down when I'm dead.
Sir, this isn't...
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Please behave yourself.
Taunok, yeah, no, they do have a point. It is the middle of the night. They are trying to sleep, but
You get that bird brain down here.
I wanted to at least have a safety net. And I skip up the stairs. And I politely knock on on Ivo and Volker's door.
Ivol's not going to respond. He's gone to sleep.
Let's get back down. They've gone to sleep, but I'll try to get up pretty early to keep an eye on them.
You see, like, Townok, like, half start up the stairs and, like, stop. And, like, start back to the cart and just stop and grumble and look between, just be incredibly indecisive for several seconds. Before just, fine, let me know when they get up. Storm off back to the cart, grumbling the whole way.
I return to the room. Is there any other furniture in this room?
Yeah, there's like typical bed, desk, little chest for items if necessary.
I have a lot of stuff, so I'm going to, as quietly as possible, move that chest in front of the door. I'm going to put all my stuff in it, and I'm going to take my bedroll and lay it on the floor. I'm just going to lay in front of that.
So wait, you're sleeping like in the hall of the hotel?
No, I'm sleeping in front of the door inside the room.
Oh.
I am blocking the door.
We're sleeping in different rooms.
I know. I thought she was saying that she was sleeping like outside of your door.
Oh, in that case, I will.
So Eliza's got a room for herself. Ivo and Volker are sleeping quite soundly, and Maybell is now sleeping in front of their door.
Just picture it now, like walking into a hotel, like, you know, crack of dawn, getting up out of bed and just finding a person sleeping in the hallway with all their stuff.
Yep. In this
I'll take-
case, a deer.
Yeah.
I will shake it out and I'll do my best to like sleep on top of the chest, since I imagine it's probably minimally feasible
Chest size.
with some sprawling.
Have you forgotten a minor mechanical aspect to your plan?
I'm trying.
Doors
Says your
open
door
inwards.
open in.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm gonna have this incredibly awkward setup in the hallway.
Amazing. So, the next morning, unless
Townok
they're
will have not slept really at all. So I don't know if you want me to roll for exhaustion or what, but
yeah.
I also imagine I did not sleep well, so I would like to roll for that, please, too.
Do you normally roll for that or just get the exhaustion? But you can roll, I guess. Make a con saving throw.
Yeah, I think generally if you don't get your recommended sleep, you just get the exhaustion.
Fair enough.
I'll set the DC at 15, so Maybell is fine. Townok is not fine, so now Townok has a level of exhaustion.
there we go.
Yeah, Ivor's gonna wake up with Endo. He's gonna get some rope, take the winter blanket that he has, make a makeshift harness, and I'm gonna have Endo stood on my back within the rope and the blanket. Go to the roof.
I'm gonna say there is, if you take the time to look around, a very grouchy, baggy-eyed Townok at ground level outside, like peering at this building.
You would have also, I guess, stepped over Maybell.
I'm a rather slippery individual.
I guess it would be your stealth versus my sleeping perception.
Yeah, so stealth against your passive perception.
Passive.
So that'd be 10 plus your modifier.
Yeah. So come on, sneaky boy. Good. 14. Well, mine would be a 16.
So yeah, as you're trying to step over Maybell, who you find in front of the door, you kind of knock into her accidentally as Endo makes a sudden movement.
I reach out and I try to grab his leg. Not so fast.
Book it, Endo! And I'm immediately going to take off with the child.
And I'm going to immediately scramble after them.
Yeah, time to go fast.
Yeah, I'm literally going to, whilst he's hooked up to Ivo, run up to the roof and just take off.
No, 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 no!
Yeah, put in fancy music for this. And yeah, you are welcome to go glide down.
Yeah, so I'm guessing he was pointing out like this body of water or this one.
Yep, either of them.
I'll take him over to this one. So Tarnak probably just looks up and sees.
Yeah, like Tarak is like looks up and sees something flying away from this. And just
Yeah.
Ivo!
He sees a bird with a jabeen on its back as he's surfing in the air.
Yeah.
I'm
And-
desperately trying to grab your leg and pull you back.
Taunok is booking it after them on the ground.
Oh, yeah,
And-
okay. I'm definitely reversing my tracks and coming down the safe way from this. Using
Endo is
stairs.
yelling, quite happy. Yeah, I would say you make a relatively safe landing. It's a bit hard on you yourself since you're not used to landing with that much weight, but you do it. Endo is cheering now.
We're just both sat in the water.
That was amazing!
I imagine you can glide faster than Taunok can run. I'm
Probably.
not positive.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be a few people that disagree.
60 feet around, so it would be actually about the same speed. So, like, as you are touching down, Taunok is, like, barreling into the water and just, like, slogging through it after you. And just immediately, like, grabbing Endo up and just looking him all over like he might be, like, a broken piece of fine china. And just, like, who do you...
He's fine.
It was so much fun!
No, you gave us a heart attack, and
Don't worry, I was strapped in and I had my wings on.
No, you need to understand, sweetie. When you're in the safety harness, it's normally very hard to get out. You could have drowned very easily.
Oh, but I landed up.
It's not any better.
Yeah, we went windsurfing, then surfing.
Ivo,
Taunok just continues to look him over like, you're sure you're all right?
Yep.
No bumps, no scrapes, no...
Probably a little wet.
Ivo.
Yeah.
Taunok just swivels his head around to look at Ivo and just glares at him with his one eye.
Ivo's just smirking.
Ivo, well, I appreciate that you wanted to be the fun uncle. You are the adult here, and I am very disappointed that you would risk him like that. But I will return.
You think
It's
there was
fine.
risk?
I will. Nope. I'm just
Nope.
gonna walk away.
There's no risk. It was okay. It was super fun, Taunok. You should try it.
I don't think she realises birds can glide.
Mm-mm. She doesn't realize I can glide either.
You're very good at it.
Thank you.
Just make sure you do it with supervision, though.
Taunok,
Mm.
the taffy washed off.
Well, that's good. Now you won't have a mustache made out of leaves anymore.
Ivo comes out the water.
Olga probably went downstairs and got some coffee while everybody's doing this.
Yeah,
Because he
that's
can't really
fine.
be bothered one way or the
I'm
other.
just now remembering that owls are notably less waterproof than most birds. So there is a much more bedraggled looking Taunok hauling himself out of the water with Endo.
Yeah, Ivo will just chuck the slightly wet winter blanket to Tarnak. Come on, Endo. Let's go back and get some food.
Yep, we get food because we stayed. Taunok, you should come up and get some food too.
Mm. Taunok kind of looks at Endo and. No, all the talk of bats the other day's put me off my appetite. I'll stay with the cart until you guys are done.
You don't want to eat?
Nope, all set.
He'll also
Do,
pull out an apple and chuck it towards Tarnak.
Taunok will attempt to catch it, but
yeah, go ahead and make a dex saving throw.
Rolling that one and I hit you in the face with an apple.
should it be a dex save or a dex check? Because my exhaustion would give me disadvantage on a check.
I think it would be a check.
Okay, go check. The apple does not hit you in the face, but it stumbles around like at your chest level.
Yeah, like.
Hey, Endo, I think someone needs to learn how to juggle.
Oh, I should show him.
You
And
should.
he will realize he does not have his sticks on him. Can I borrow a dagger? I swear I'll be good.
No,
Oh, no, you don't. That's enough danger for one day.
And Taunok will root around for those sticks wherever they ended up on the cart.
All right, I'll walk back with you, but
Hey.
you make sure you eat a good breakfast, okay?
Yep.
Yeah, I think Ivo would just stand a little further back with Tarnak while Endo's head running back to the inn.
I'll get you something yummy as he runs.
All right, kiddo. Make sure it's a lot of whatever it is.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, you do realise he was never in actual danger.
You say that.
Again, he was tied to a bird folk gliding.
Accidents happen, Ivo. Especially when it comes to, dropping out of the sky like a crazy person.
That wasn't dropping outside, that was gliding with style.
Could have fooled me.
Hey, did you not just see a
Taunok
Bean surfing a raptor?
will just storm off back to the cart.
Ivo back to the inn.
Yep. As Ivo gets back, Endo has already climbed up and is munching away, and Eliza is also there.
Ah, good morning, Eliza.
Hey, good morning.
Hope you had a good night's sleep.
Yes, it was, well, I woke up and no one was here, except for Volker here, but I suppose you all had some kind of adventure, and this morning I heard some yelling.
Yes, our little friend here was flying with me all over to the water on the other edge of town.
Yep, I did a real good glide. Almost.
Very
Sounds-
apparent cat butt face while I'm looking at you, Ivo.
I don't know what you mean by that, and I live with you. I'm sure no one else does.
It's when you put your lips together and you purse them and you just real tight. It just looks like a little cat butt with the way they get your lips pressed together.
Yeah, I think the British equivalent of that is a face like a puckered arsehole.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Definitely sounds like an adventure.
Yes, he's a quite little risk taker.
Oh, Eliza, look what I can do. And he throws a stick and catches it. Oh, wow. And she claps for him. I think I'm ready for 2 sticks.
Oh, once you can get up to 3 sticks, then we'll look up to the big leagues.
A dagger.
Only if you can do 3 sticks.
Okay.
For a meal. An additional meal, please.
Oh, are you talking to me? And the Luma looks up.
Yeah, I'm talking to the inn lady, the Luma.
Yeah. She'll come over. Need an additional meal?
Please.
Of
And a
course.
stimulant if you have it.
Oh, yes, I can bring you coffee. And she goes and she gathers up a bit more food and brings it out to the table.
Thank you.
And you can see Endo grabbing some of the food and just putting it in his pockets for town hall.
Yeah, sweetie. Once you're done, I like to get this to him while it's warm.
Okay, it'll be safe keeping in my pockets.
Not all of it. Some of it's gonna stay on a plate.
What we should have done, Endo, is cook the fire parts and just taken a plate full of those down.
That would have been a good trick.
It would have.
But I think Taunok is super scared at this point, so maybe tomorrow morning we can do that.
No more flying.
Not flying, something else.
Always something else.
Always something else.
No gliding either. Or
Nope.
hovering.
Nope.
Or gently drifting.
Nope. No jumping or falling. Unless. Oh, no, that's still falling.
Okay.
Remember, Endo, we don't fall, we fall with style.
Oh, with
That's still
style.
falling.
The good old Buzz Lightyear motto.
Pretty much.
No falling.
As long as you stick the landing, nobody knows the difference.
Just gotta do a good roll.
No.
And he will do a little roll. And yeah, he does a roll.
Awkward little somersault in the middle
Yeah.
of the room.
Yeah.
Remember,
That's how you push the food in your pockets.
when you stick the roll, hands out.
Hands out. He sticks his hands out. And whatever food he had in his pockets have been crushed.
I'd take the mush out of his pockets. Come on, buddy. I'm gonna have to put you back in the water to rinse out your clothes.
Nope, it's fine. It's for later. You can save it.
Nah. Not when it's squished like that. Food is at its best when it's not squished.
Depends
Unless
if
it's
it's
a
bugs.
sandwich. Sandwiches are kind of squishy.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, come on. Let's go give Taunok a real meal.
Yep. Can do that. And he'll gather up some of the items and run down.
I'll make sure I carry the coffee and the bulk of the meal.
Ogre will try and determine where he can get rid of this map. that Ivo gave him.
Yeah,
There's some
probably
sign.
going straight to the magistrate itself. So if you go to any of the perch guard, they would be able to lead you.
He'll set off to do that, assuming that Ivo doesn't want to go with him. Also, just making it.
Well, I appreciate the offer, Volker. Apart from my little stunt earlier with Endo, it's probably a good idea if I don't start talking to the authorities.
Fair point.
So
He'll take a little sip of coffee and he'll just head out.
Yeah, and Eliza would follow you up to her cart.
Whoever gets outside first would find Taunok not at the cart, but waiting, yawning and tapping a talon impatiently at the bottom of the ladder up.
Where's my coffee?
And Endo would run right up to him and kind of hold the food out.
There is a visible sigh of relief as Endo touches down on firm ground again. And just. Thanks, Squirt. What'd you bring me?
I brought you bread and jams and well, this one got smushed in my pocket, but it was a pastry.
You try any of them first?
Mm-hmm. Always.
Good little kid. All right. Well, we're going together. All right, let me try some. And Taunok will tuck in. So, what are we doing today?
Talking to the magistrate, and I'd love to go visit the slime labs.
All right. Volker, where are you headed?
Magistrate also.
Ivo coming along?
I don't think so.
He knows what's good for him. All right, magistrate it is. Come on, kiddo. We can walk and talk. And eat.
Here's your coffee.
Appreciate it.
Sorry I couldn't catch them earlier.
It's not your fault. Ivo probably knows what he's doing anyway.
Still didn't make it right.
Did you at least have fun, kiddo?
Mm-hmm. It was so much fun. I can't believe that you also don't want to do that. It would be fun to ride on your back.
Please, all this heavy metals and stuff fall right out of the sky.
I don't know if you noticed, Endo, but he's only got one eye. I think he would just spin out of control.
Maybe. All right. Magistrate. Which way to the magistrate?
Yeah, you can ask around. There's plenty of perch guard. And they would lead you to here.
Was it
Number 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. It had a fancy roof.
Mm-hmm.
Taunok will eye the structure up and down. Figure he's home.
I assumed it would be more of an office.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah. Well, I suppose I shouldn't be carrying food up in there. You two go ahead. Endo and I can stay down here. You can show me that stick thing you've been working on.
Yep, I can show you well.
Yeah.
And as Maybell and Volker walk up, you do see a perch guard at the door. A young-looking Gallus man. State your business.
Pardon, sir. We seek a letter of introduction to go to the. Oh gosh, sorry. Give me a second. I forgot.
They're
I need to
looking
pull this
for the
up.
magistrate. Taunok shouts from the bottom of the stairs. Like half of a roll still hanging out of his beak.
Oh, you're the loud one they were talking about last night. Luckily, we didn't have any complaints about that, as long as you keep quiet tonight, hopefully.
That's the plan!
Great.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
Volker just kind of like rubs his forehead, like, oh god.
Well, anyway, the magistrate is in, although he is quite busy. Let me see if I can get you an audience. And the
Thank you.
guard will go in. And after a couple minutes, he would return and say, You are all adventurers, right?
We are.
Yes.
Then the magistrate would be happy to see you. Is the loud fellow coming?
No. No.
Good. So, and he would lead you in through the halls, take you to the back office where there is a older Corvum birdfolk at his desk, glasses perched over his beak. He's in living in with fine clothes, dressed really well. He kind of looks up as you all walk in. These were the adventurers. Yes, sir. Okay, then you can leave now. And the perch guard will leave you.
Good morning.
Good morning. I am the magistrate, Walden Crane. Pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure.
Yes.
Maybell.
Well, Maybell. Welcome, Maybell. And you are?
Volker.
Volker. Pleasure, pleasure. I'm sorry if I seem a bit out of it. Something that is worrying me, and I'm hoping that the two of you will be able to help with.
What weighs down on you, sir?
Well, it seems like you want a letter of introduction to the Alderheart. I can provide that as long as I get some help with these matters. There is two things that I'd like for you to do. One, you only need to do one of them, but if you do the other, you would get a reward. Only one needs to be done for the letter, though. First of which is one of our students, researcher, young Luma, has gone missing while searching for slimes to analyze their physiology, unfortunately. She seems to have gotten over her head, has been missing since yesterday. She ventured into the Mogden cavern searching for the slimes and hasn't returned. I can only hope she hasn't been injured. The other thing is, it seems like a certain witch has returned to their town. The swamp, unfortunately, is home to that evil witch. She dabbles in evil magics. I need you to discreetly take care of her. Don't want to panic the town, especially since all the flames have been, appearing again, unfortunately. She was supposed to have been taken out before by a Vulpin, but considering some researchers swear they've seen her again, assume that the Vulpin has lied. Unsurprising, really, even if I myself am a Corvum. At least I am birdfolk. Uh, no offense, Servant. Maybell.
Yeah, she's just gonna raise an eyebrow at that.
You are kind, benevolent, trustworthy. Likely. Anyway, if you find her alive, please dispose of her and bring back proof. I don't want her to be, I don't want to be lied to again. So, do either thing, Get that letter of introduction, do both, get a reward.
Seems
Um,
fair.
what was the magistrate's name again, and what cave system were we looking for?
Yeah, this is Walden Crane, and it's the Mockden. uh, So if I bring you to normal map
Yeah, I
for a
think it's on the
second.
west of the
Thank you.
Mockton Caverns.
Yeah, so it's in here.
I don't even have to add a marker for that one.
Yeah,
Right?
and you know that according to Coriander, uh, Penny's hut is somewhere around here, which does not have a marker. Oh, do you have any preference?
The researcher.
Pleasant, pleasant. So long as you go, the missing researcher, her name is Hannah Bright Spark. She is a young Luma, as I said. If you go towards the Mockton Caverns, hopefully there is some sign of her. And if along your way you happen to reduce the slime population, we would be quite grateful for your service. Although Kenna's cave safety does come first, of course.
Like,
Wonderful.
right? Well, if someone's missing, there is not a moment to spare.
Of course. Thank you very
Let's-
much.
Thank you, sir. We shall return shortly.
And before we go, I also have, as we've mentioned, we are adventurers, and across our adventures, we came across this map that we thought might be of some use to you, and hands him the map.
Yeah, he looks at it and kind of adjusts his glasses as he reads and is like, oh, very interesting. Quite helpful. You wish to part with this?
Yeah, I mean, understand that it may not be worthy of a letter of introduction, as we still agreed to do those other things, but any monetary gains for such a thing would be helpful.
Yes. Please, I wouldn't mind if I validate this map. If it does turn out to be true, you will gain a reward, say 100 gold. How does that work for you?
Looks over at Maybell. Like, does that seem good?
Yeah.
That sounds fair.
Perfect. It should have the validity set by the time you return from the Mockton Caverns, hopefully with Kenna beside you.
He does a little nod, kind of a acknowledgement.
Perfect.
Stands up straight a little bit, nod, and sort of heads out.
He politely does, just a small head bob on the way out. A pleasant day to you.
Pleasant day. And he just shuts the door.
Hmm.
No, this not going to be it's quite as easy as I was hoping it would be, but we should be all right, I think.
Was Ivo okay with you selling his map?
He
Your
gave
map?
it to me actually to do that.
Okay. Want to make sure we weren't accidentally backstabbing him.
Oh, like going and telling on his
Yeah.
plans to. Town
Yeah.
Hawk?
Yeah. No, not like that.
He just chuckles and heads back towards Town Hawk.
Townhouse just waiting at the bottom of the stairs, still entertaining Endo, watching him, and
Yeah, Endo now has 2 sticks that he's attempting to juggle, and he is not doing so well at the moment.
Townhawk is being a fantastic armchair critic without actually attempting it himself. He sees you coming down the stairs. So, we get the letter?
No. Questing.
Mm. Well, I hope our current patron is all right with the delay.
Oh, let's go talk to her. And honestly, it'd probably be best to discuss away.
And
Oh,
before we get to that, let's just figure out what Ivo is doing.
Well,
Asking around.
yeah, it would have been asking around for Penny's location or just information in general.
Yeah, so do an investigation check. Yeah,
Nice.
you do find out that Penny is a witch that kind of the villagers are scared of, or town people are scared of. You do know that her home is in the area that Coriander indicated that Shane has added to the map. She seems to be dabbling in some kind of strange magics, which is the reason why all of the townsfolk are scared of her. You do reach a couple of townsfolk that are sort of happy with her there because they have traveled through the swamp to get to her and have purchased potions from her. You do know that she's disappeared about a year ago and suddenly seems to have returned again.
Okay. Well, that's definitely something I can use. So thank you very much.
Yay!
And I'll head back to the. I'll actually head over to the cart where I'm guessing it middle of the day market.
Yeah. And so Eliza is there, and she has been selling a couple of her wares to some passersby. And we can assume by that point everybody else would be kind of close to getting to the cart.
I see business is going well.
Yes, surprisingly well. I'm quite happy I can sell paper to all the students.
Well, hopefully not all of it, because I know Volker will probably want some eventually.
No worries, I have set aside some for him.
Very good. Well, thank you very
Yes.
much.
Yes, of course, I have to reward the adventurers that helped me with those bats the other day.
It was magic paper, right? Not just regular paper, because
Some of it
regular
is,
paper.
yeah. Yeah, I figured.
That's the one stipulation that they don't really
I mean,
highlight too well.
it could be regular, but as long as you think it's magical, it's magical.
turns out all the extra pricing in copying wizard spells is purely for placebo effect.
See, we joke, but that would make a lot more sense.
It really
That
would.
be funny.
I'm having to pay how much for this curriculum book?
It must be really good. In any case, I imagine the group eventually reconvenes with
Yeah.
Townok piggybacking Endo over to the cart and
Making sure there aren't
shooting
exactly
Ivo a look, but not saying anything.
So, Miss Liza, the reason we needed to come here was to get a letter of introduction to the council and Elderheart. But it would appear that we need to go find a missing person to earn the grace of the magistrate in order to proceed with that goal. How long were you planning on being in town?
Well, I technically was not planning to be here long, but I am selling my wares relatively well. I don't mind staying here another night or two while you all go do this saving.
All right. So the magistrate wished for us to perform two separate um, endeavors. One was to find and, she'll do air quotes, dispose of Penny.
What?
And bring proof.
What? Well, I mean, guess that proves she's back here, right?
Ah,
Yeah,
that's interesting considering not everyone here thinks she's that bad.
you did some recon.
I was talking around, getting some information, and there's quite a few people who appreciate her being there, as it keeps the area a bit safer, and she helps make potions for people.
Sounds like Penny.
Sounds like we need to pay Miss Figs a bit of a visit, huh, Endo?
Yep. It'll be nice to see her again. It's been a while.
At the very least, be some information if we run into Coriander again anytime soon. Let her know she's all right.
Yeah, I'm just so happy she didn't die in the fires.
I told you she was a tough old head. She'll be fine.
All right. So I would say that we tell Penny to go into hiding on the way to go rescue a student.
Yeah, I like that plan.
You may not even have to do that.
At least let her know what's going on. She can make decisions for herself. She's a grown adult. But
It's more of perception.
You want to run a campaign to change how people perceive her?
Not necessarily, but couple of words here, a boisterous performance in front of people can generally change people's minds.
Hmm.
Just the small actions can have a big effect.
Wait, you said she was making potions?
Correct, she makes potions for people.
Oh, I have an idea. You thought I was being silly when I went to go see Elspeth, the potion maker, but she had a way to integrate slime into her potions to make the healing effect much more effective. So I propose that I pass the secret on to her, and then she can start to integrate herself in the slime community. Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
yes.
See? Little
Search.
words here, little actions there. Change people's perceptions.
so we pay Penny a visit. Let her know what's going on. You share your mumbo jumbo, whatever it is, with her. We go. We find this missing person who's also looking into the same stuff from the sounds of it.
Yes.
We
she
get
did
back all in time to head over towards Alderheart with the same person who was promising to pay us a very handsome sum, with a recommendation in hand.
that. Yes.
It sounds positively like a plan.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Jazz, let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, Endo, while we're on the road, I'll teach you a new trick.
Okay, I'm excited. So yeah, you all ready to leave the town?
Yep.
I believe so. It's not like we're flush with cash and ready to empty all the stores.
Yeah, so make a survival check as you leave the town and head into the swamps towards Penny's hut. And Volker can actually make a Arcana check because the magical activity in the area is pretty good.
Oh wow.
This is not going to be good for me. Oh, it's better than I thought.
Same.
So yeah, you're all collectively able to traverse the swamp, get to the area where you suspect Penny's hut is relatively easily. And with that, I can pull you all to the hut.
Yeah, I think.
Ooh,
that's
hello,
what-
dynamic lighting.
Yeah, I figured it out.
I think
Good.
it's fun to do, honestly.
Yeah, I find it very soothing to set up, even if it's a bit time consuming.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah, I think I would have been teaching Endo how to roll coins through his fingers.
oh yeah, he would have been actually pretty good at that. He rolled a 13.
China could be keeping a very close eye on all of these interactions now, but probably not interceding in any way.
Yes, teaching your Gerbine child how to be a unruly reprobate.
Yep, and that's basically what Endo has been concentrating on all day. So you only travel a few hours, leaving plenty of daylight as you make it to her hut. It is a small cobblestone hut made up of, it's made on one of the only larger patches of dry land in the area. It's surrounded by a couple of trees. There's some moss growing on the stones, and you can see dry herbs hanging from the hut of the roof. There is a small bit of smoke coming out from the chimney.
Well, someone's definitely home.
Let's certainly hope so with the smoke.
Mm. Right, well, no time like the present.
Tarnock will just stride right on up to the door and rap on it.
You hear a small bit of shuffling, but nothing more.
Penny?
You hear the
Penny.
shuffling get louder. As I guess to remove dynamic lighting to let you guys through the door to this.
Penny! You're alive!
Oh,
Oh, the heavens!
I wasn't expecting you all to be here. Welcome, welcome. Oh, surprising.
Tarnock grins broadly, but then almost immediately just like,
Oh, well, we were in the area and heard that you were kicking around, so we thought we should stop by and make sure you weren't too badly broken up after the whole incident.
Oh, oh no, that means you've heard of the rumors about me.
Who cares? And I push past everyone, and I don't even care about her spikes. I'm gonna pick her up in a great big hug.
She lets out a laugh as she gets hugged. Careful of the quills there, dear.
I don't even care, Betty. You're okay. We look
What
so
rumors?
hard
That
for
you're a
you.
prickly old hedge? Yeah, we knew that already.
Oh, I'm glad you all made it. Let me see if I can get you some tea. And she runs over to
Coriander's been worried sick about you, too.
Oh, I should have told her something I knew, but I, f- I just felt like I had to come and continue my research really quickly after what happened. I tried to find Coriander, but in all the fire, it seems like I got ahead of the group a bit, and well, rather than going back, I decided to just go forward. And she's making tea for everybody. Right here, you can see, if it goes there, you see a green snail's shell being used as a kind of cauldron. And there's something green bubbling in there. And she runs back and serves you all tea.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Had to come from some sort of creature.
Oh, is you talking about my cauldron?
Yeah, it's sizable.
Yes, I did have to find the largest cauldron I could for what I was intending to do. So, I searched around and found this. Luckily, it's a pretty big shell.
Got have any residents when you found it?
Nope, luckily not. I don't think I would have been able to take out said residents inside the shell.
Hmm.
So, what is your research? What was so important you had to run so quickly?
During the fire, I noticed a giant figure in the distance. And I
Humanoid?
mean, pardon?
Humanoid?
Yes, yes. A giant humanoid flaming type creature in the shadows in the distance in the grove. It was very alarming.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Well, I'll be. Mabel hasn't lost her marbles.
No.
Yes, I knew I needed to investigate what that creature or figure was. And before Coriander came to this hut and kind of took me away, um, I wanted to learn all I could about magical lore and the flames and the grove. So, trying to figure out why the fire started, I admit I wasn't too successful. And it seems like, as you know, my magics frighten the folks of the Reach a bit. Anyway, um, well, I've decided that I needed to continue my research, figure out if I can understand what that figure was. Um, so far, no luck, but I am about to finish this ritual here, and she gestures towards the cauldron.
What kind of ritual?
Oh, it's a summoning ritual, trying to speak with something that may have more knowledge of the creature we saw.
Oh, I'd be very intrigued. Would it be okay if I stayed?
Of course, actually. You could even help if you'd like. I need, say, 3 or 4 frogs outside.
Sure,
If you can
sure.
get that, that would be great. Thank you.
Maybe me and Endo can go catch them.
Yeah, maybe the three of us can go catch some.
I like that idea.
I'm gonna catch frogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, Endo.
It'll practice that hand-eye coordination thing you've been talking about.
I'm real good. My roll 20's not being too happy, but it's doing its thing.
One of those eventually.
Penny, I actually at first got a dream from Lord Karras that something was wrong, and that's how we managed to escape the fire. But not only did I see it in the vision I was sent, but he was there in the flames.
Yes, it does seem like this creature I'm hesitant to say it's causing the fire, but at least it's perpetuating it. I'm not entirely sure what it is yet. I'm hoping that speaking to this creature will help with that.
Glad you're alive. You
Hmm.
weren't hurt here, right?
Oh no, no, no. Your warning, getting us all awake in time, was very helpful. I was able to escape pretty quickly. And it's unfortunate that I got separated from the group, but hopefully this research will help somewhat.
Mm. Penny, before we get too carried away, you must know that the magistrate has put out he's put a hit on you. He wishes you disposed of with evidence that you are gone.
Uh, Unfortunately, that's not too surprising. He
And the
actually,
Bolton before he
yeah,
mentioned.
yes, I'm sure you figured out that that's Coriander. She's the one who was supposed to uh, kill me, as it were. But I ended up joining her and we traveled away from here. I never intended to come back, but after seeing the figure, I decided perhaps it would be good to come back.
Well, Iva says that you aren't completely hated in town.
Actually, that surprises me.
Says some people are grateful that you have potions.
Mm, I do enjoy making potions, and I mean, yes, I have sold some here and there. I'm glad that at least some of the townsfolk enjoyed those.
How do you feel about slime research?
I've never done it myself before. I mean, it's a bit harder for me to get slime reagents, considering I'm not shouldn't go in the town, and trying to kill slimes myself is a bit rather it's difficult.
Okay, well, listen. So I was talking with a potion master in Meadowfen, and her name was Elizabeth, and lovely Corbett. She's a yellow cardinal, very yellow. But she integrates slimes in her potions, and I'll like start going into the technicalities of how she enhances her potions. And
Yep. And Penny will just be watching and nodding along and even pulls out some notes or some paper and pen and starts writing them down. And while the two of them are chatting with, I guess, Volker just watching, Ivo can make a, what is it? You can make a survival check to find frogs, and anyone else there can also help.
Instead of rolling for himself, Taunok is going to help Endo find frogs.
Cool. Okie dokies. Okay, so the two of you right now, Endo finds a frog. He runs up to it where Taunok points and jumps partially into this like mucky water just to the north of him to grab a frog. I got one.
Okay.
Good for you. And
Taunok will rummage around for something to store frogs in while they continue to hunt.
Look, Ivo, I got one. I got one before you.
Ah, but if I get two more, I win.
And yeah, make another survival check. And yep, Ivo, you find one, and Endo finds a second one. I found another one, and he runs over to Taunok with two frogs in his hands.
Wonderful, wonderful. And Taurok is like in the process of just like dumping all of his coins from his coin pouch into his backpack. So he has an empty pouch to store the frogs in.
Yeah, I will hand over the third one.
Yep. All right. She said 4, right?
3.
3.
We're good. We got all the frogs. We got all the frogs. And
Wonderful.
he runs back in.
Taunok will follow behind, like holding the bag of frogs at arm's length and just.
Yeah. Got your frogs, Penny. Don't know what you're gonna do with them. Not sure I want to know, but here they are.
Thank you, thank you. And oh, thank you, Mabel, for that conversation. I will definitely be trying to add some slime in. Hopefully, some people will be able to donate some slime reagent to me.
Well,
Volker
the
will kind
thing
of.
is after we visit with you, we're going to be heading out to find a slime researcher that was hunting slime in Mockton Caves. So I'm
oh
sure
yes.
on the way back to deliver her, we could keep any slime we find, bring it to you.
Oh. And Volker?
Well, just our we've been tasked to dispose of you, I suppose. So obviously we're not going to do that, but it would seem to be advantageous for us to come up with some way to do a better job at fooling them than was previously done. So do you have any Well, I guess first of all, you probably shouldn't stick around. And then if you don't stick around, if we could come up with a way to show proof that we got rid of you. And he looks like worried. He's like trying to not sound like offensive, but
Ivo wanted to rejuvenate your public image.
No, go ahead, Volker. Keep putting your talons further down your beak.
Well, as much as I appreciate Ivo and Mabel giving suggestions that would improve my public image, I know that there are some who enjoy my potions, and I would rather stay here, considering it's my hut, where most of my research is, but I think it'll be a decision I might have to make to leave or stay. I'm not entirely sure right now. Maybe if I get information from this being we're gonna summon, it'll be good. I don't have to stay.
I just don't know how effective rehabilitating your public image would be with this particular individual who's now tried to kill you twice.
To be fair, he is a bird supremacist.
That too.
Yeah. Yes, it's quite unfortunate. Well, I'll definitely think on it. Proof for proving my death, though, that actually might be possible. And she comes over here and starts rummaging through her things and pulls out a it's sort of like a horn-shaped amulet, though it's kind of made of wood, and she brings it over to you guys and is like, well, the magistrate does know that this ocarina belongs to me. If you give it to him, I'm sure he will know that I am dead, considering that I don't like parting with it. But I do trust you all. And I mean, I didn't have this ocarina for the past year. I can help you by giving it to you.
Are you sure, Penny?
No, yes. Yes, it's fine. This amulet is just... ocarina is just something that's... It's from a past life. Don't need it anymore.
I don't want to be a downer here, but Benny, if you decide to stay, and we hand this over, and then he finds out that we lied to him. Pretty sure this letter of recommendation we're trying to get from him will be null and void pretty quickly.
Well, to be fair, he did say this one was optional. So we can give Penny time to think while we rescue the young lady. We can get an answer on the way back if that's enough time. I don't want to pressure you.
Oh, I think so. I mean, hopefully I can get as much research done before you all return.
Hmm. Well, think on it. Whatever you decide to do, just let us know so we're not so we're keeping our stories straight.
Of course, of course. Now the frogs.
Oh yeah, here.
Yep, she'll take the frog, go over to a little table by her cauldron, and she swiftly pulls them out, cuts them, pulls out their spleens, and throws them into her cauldron. And then she adds the final ingredients, a couple more herbs,
Townok takes his
and
time to wipe most of the frog slime out of his coin purse.
okay, I think the potion is ready. It's... Oh, great spirit, heed my call. She starts chanting over the cauldron, raising her hands as the green smoke kind of billows around her arms. Rise and grant me the wisdom I seek. And a little bit of air kind of flows out of the cauldron relatively quickly as a creature appears.
Oh,
And after a moment of kind of caution, this creature looks around, sniffles, scents, and climbs out of the cauldron.
I don't know what that thing is, but I kind of like it and I kind of hate it.
it's the uncanny valley of cute and horror.
Yeah.
And as it climbs out, the green stuff bubbling in the cauldron kind of flows out with it. And Penny looks at it and is like, please, tell me, what do you know about the figure in the grove? And the creature looks back at her and intones in a language. Does any of you know how to speak Abyssal?
Nope.
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 I'll be honest, I wasn't accounting for Abyssal or anything like that in the Humblewood campaign.
Yeah, so the creature is starting babbling in a language that you all don't know, getting increasingly agitated. And Penny obviously has no idea what it's saying either.
Townok just kind of puts an arm in front of his charge and looks between Penny and the creature. Just,
You getting any of that?
Eh, no, unfortunately not. I don't speak what it's speaking. Please calm yourself. We just have a few questions. And the thing gets even more excited before turning around and attacking Ivo. And with that, we can go into initiative. And clear.
Oh, seems like I got back ready to die.
Um,
So did we find out what it was?
Nope, we just found out it was speaking Abyssal, which none of us speak, including Penny.
Awesome.
there. Let me just throw its attack at Ivo, and then we can start the turn order.
Yay!
Does 21 hit? I assume?
I believe it just may barely.
Oh no, it is 3 piercing as it bites you.
How dare you?
And then Ivo.
Well, realizing things have just gone south rather quickly, he will draw the rose-handled short sword, but instead of attacking, he will take a kind of a lowered stance and begin to sway from side to side and attempt to dodge.
The lesser demon attempts to bites at disadvantage, misses, then attempts to claw at disadvantage, and misses again. And you just see it getting increasingly agitated and still yelling and saying something that you don't understand. Kanak.
I mean, having seen it bite and swipe at Ivo, Taunok will just, oh, nope, sounds like it's my turn, and rush up and make a talon attack.
And that misses. The creature sees you coming and turns and goes down low and hisses at you.
Mm-hmm. And that ends up being all of Taunok's turn, other than turning around to shout at Endo, get back on the bed, squirt!
And Maybell.
All right. I'm going to step forward. And I'm going to cycle through the language I do know, telling it no.
Little spray bottle and
Sit.
spray it in his face. No.
So in Bird Folk, Serving, Mapatch, and Vulpin, no. Sit. And I'll smack it on the head if I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just with my hand. So that's an improvised attack, which means I don't do diddly. But I think that's just a d20 roll.
Yeah, that hits.
It would include your strength modifier if it's an unarmed attack.
Improvised unarmed, yeah.
Just unarmed, so
Okay.
so
So
one
+2.
plus one plus your strength mod damage.
Okay. Yeah, so 1 + 2 would be 3.
Okay. Yeah, that does hit, and you whack it. And it now turns towards you angrily.
Good. So I'm gonna tell it, like I said, no, sit. And I'm gonna point at the floor. I'm gonna sit on the floor.
Volker.
This is very tight quarters, so I'm not gonna do what I would like to do. So,
Fireball!
No, I was gonna. I if we weren't so, I would put it to sleep, but it would put everybody to sleep if I tried that. So or potentially
Yeah.
put everybody to sleep. So I want to cast magic missile on it instead.
Hey man, don't underestimate the spiritual power of a nap.
13 points of damage. You're rolling high now.
Yep.
I wasn't really wanting to kill it. Yeah.
Who says you killed it?
Well,
Blast
No.
it full of arcane holes.
Yep, you attack it, and it's relatively hurt at this point. I don't know what color its blood would be, but it's now wounded.
Let's say green.
Green blood.
Oh, something that clashes beautifully with that
Yes.
hot pink fur.
Exactly.
I like to say it was more like a yellow ichor. Kind
Yeah,
of
it worked, yeah.
musty.
We'll say a greenish yellow. We'll call it in the middle. Kind of like a
Yeah.
really kind of an infected pus look. That's
Yeah.
good.
Lovely.
Gross.
Ivo, while he's still low down and swaying to side, will attempt to dive and roll through its space just to the outside.
Yep, I would allow that.
And he would hold his action.
What are you holding it? Oh, go ahead.
In case this creature continues to be aggressive in some form, then he will continue to attack.
Okay. Yeah, the creature now goes after Maybell with a bite. Does 15 hit?
No.
And then claw. And 9 doesn't hit.
No.
And because I readied an action, my
Yep.
attack will be at advantage.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I forgot to... So 12 probably doesn't hit, does it?
No.
Then, never mind.
Knock.
It keeps biting. Taunok's gonna keep trying to slash at it. Big old 4 piercing damage.
Yep. The creature now has a whole bunch of that green, yellow, pus color blood coming from it.
And as you've seen before, Taunok gets a hold of something, he does not let go. He's going to attempt to grapple it with his bonus action.
Yep. And its fur seems to be slippery from its blood, and it slips from your grasp.
Yeah. Well, that's Taunok's turn.
Maybell.
Stand back up, and I would like to attempt to grapple it. So that would be athletics.
Yep, once again, it slips out of your arms and hisses, and you can see kind of a greenish gas coming from its mouth.
As I try to grapple it, can I also dip my hand into whatever green goop this is and flick it at it?
Yep, you can do that if you want.
I do.
Yeah, so you do that, and the creature kind of growls and waves at you, trying to not get hit by this goop.
Juice.
Although you don't know if if it's actually hurting it or if it just doesn't want to get wet. Or
Into the
more
goop.
wet. Volker.
I'm just gonna Ray of Frost at this time.
Yeah, you hit it, and the thing is down. Whoops. So this creature kind of falls to the ground, partially frozen and bleeding. And you are out of combat.
Taunok looks slightly winded and just looks over to Penny, just like, so, does that answer any questions for you?
Well, no, unfortunately not. I wasn't expecting that creature to appear. I was hoping for an elemental, but it seems like maybe a demon or a devil?
I'm gonna scoop it up and kind of like push it back into her cauldron.
Talk will help.
I'm not sure what that'll accomplish, but
Nope, that's where it came from. That's where it goes.
okay.
At least for now.
Sorry about that. Thank you, everybody, for dispatching it as you did.
Yeah, well, you know, we let it run around. It would have caused more trouble for us than it's worth.
And you see, as you're like pushing this thing back in the cauldron, its body turns to ash and kind of just like floats away.
Ugh.
Huh.
I think I breathed some of it in.
Easy cleanup. Just turns to ash.
Yes.
You all right, Ron?
Yep, I'm fine. It didn't come near me at all. I just stayed on the bed.
Good.
Smart kid.
Mm-hmm. Sorry about that again. If I want to do another summons, I think I'll need to adjust things a little bit. Maybe less frog, more toad.
Just maybe have us here again. Just in case.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, last thing we need is to come back to talk to you about goodness knows what, only to find some monster rampaging around in here.
I will definitely be more careful. Just make sure things are safe. Put out some traps. Maybe yes. Wait. This really didn't turn out the way I wanted it.
Good shot. Too bad none of us spoke whatever it was.
Yeah.
Volker,
My-
aren't you halfway decent with languages?
Halfway. I
No,
don't know what that
what
was saying.
saying.
No. Sounded like gibberish to me. Sounded very threatening, though.
Yes, perhaps summoning it made it a little bit confused, and well, oh boy. Well, perhaps as a little bit of a reward, I can would you all like a potion? I can give one for free for dispatching the thing.
What kind of potion?
Oh, I've got the potion of healing, a potion of featherfall, although, and she looks back at you all and giggles a little bit. I'm not sure many of you will need that.
No. No. Look at Ivo and look at Endo. No.
Yes? What's a featherfall? Does that...
No.
It helps keep you safe if you're falling.
Yeah.
Which you
So-
shouldn't be because you is greed.
Oh, yeah, I said I wouldn't fall. I can fall with
No.
Style.
No.
Style.
with style. I can
No.
fall with style.
No, you can't. That's still falling. That breaks the agreement.
What exactly does that potion of featherfall do?
Oh, it allows you to, if you're falling, you just kind of slow fall, so you have a very nice, gentle landing.
But you have to drink it before you fall.
Oh, yes. For it works for 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Better off just sticking to the ground at that rate.
instead of a potion, is it well, we heard that you're obviously they say you're a witch. Are you able to teach Volker anything?
Um, let me see. What can I teach you?
I swear she knows comprehend languages.
What can I teach? I know a couple of spells. I know, I know, Cure Wounds, Good Berry. I know Animal Messenger and Barkskin.
Cool.
I don't think that any of those are wizard spells, are they?
I don't think so.
They are not.
No,
She's more druidic than wizardly.
are good spells though.
Maybe all that sounds closer to your cup of tea.
I couldn't. Lord Karis gives me everything I need.
Well, if Volker's unable to learn anything, I'll let Endo pick my reward.
Featherfall.
Featherfall it is.
Mm-hmm. And Penny giggles as she gets the potion out and hands it to Endo.
Thank you, Penny.
Taunok is going to attempt to intercept that.
Yeah, go ahead. She's not going to fight it. She is heading towards Endo, but if you intercept and take it from
Yep.
her, she'll just shrug and smile.
Taunok will take that and put it in his bag.
Thank
You can just see
Penny.
Endo pouting.
We gotta
Oh,
keep
no.
it safe for when it's important, kiddo. It's magic after all.
Well, I only said Endo could pick it. That's my reward, Taunok.
Your reward? Think it's all of ours.
Oh.
Mhm.
Lord Karis, give me
I mean,
strength
if you
and
plan on
confidence.
jumping off of any more buildings in the near future, you can certainly hang on to it. You'll need it.
No, I can glide.
Well, then I'll hang on to it till we need it.
You can glide.
And then I can glide.
Precisely.
And Taunok not glide?
I can glide just fine, thank you very much.
I don't think you can glide, Endo.
Doesn't climb either.
I think you might be a scaredy cat.
Oh no.
Taunok immediately is just like
Ruffled up and Anyway, we need to be moving on to
The
yeah,
caves.
caves. Yeah,
Yes, good luck. And I will see you afterwards, I presume. I will have my decision made by then.
seems
Thank
to
you
be the
so much,
plan.
Penny.
It was nice seeing everybody again. Thank you again for helping.
Oh, thank you so much, Penny. Now you stay safe. Who knows what on earth that magistrate's going to do while we're out.
Of course, I will lay low. At least until you return.
Now we'll give Penny another hug.
Oh, be careful, Quills.
Yeah, I'll start
Penny,
leading.
I'm not worried about quills.
As I start leading Endo outside, I'll just nudge him and go.
That's like a sound like a gallus makes. It's like
A chicken.
a chicken. Why is that a bad thing?
It's a term for a scaredy person.
Oh, and he giggles and looks back at Taunok.
Exist.
Taunok does not appear to notice.
Volker will kind of take Ivo to the side a little bit and just kind of, not anything like, it's not like a big long conversation, but he says it might also do, just in case, to keep an eye out for any hedges that we might, you know, bad guys that we could use their body as a decoy. And kind of just pats him on the back and keeps walking. Like,
Yeah, I clearly understands what he's getting at.
Yeah, and that seems like a good place to stop.